Hey YouTube, this is the art of prepping. Just doing a real late night video. I don't even typically stay up this late. Just got some things on my mind, and so I'm just going to do a quick video and go to bed. Um, Basically, though, I just wanted to kind of wrap up some of the things that worked for me that I carried on my person throughout 2016. And there was a lot of evolution, believe it or not. When I look back, man, there was a lot of new gear that I got, and it didn't really seem like it was. It's just all very incremental. And so, sometimes even if you just get one or two new things a month, it adds up over a full year. And so, even though I haven't had a channel for a full year yet, in the months that I've had this channel, I've gone through quite a few updates. And even though it's been a little while since I've had an EDC update, I guess this is kind of that. But I'm not going to do a full EDC layout. I'm not going to show my keys anymore, or, things like that in this video. It's just some of that's just redundant, and they haven't really changed much at all, if any. So I just kind of will go through this real quick here. And let's just start with lights. So on the road M3, I really like this light. This is kind of like the budget version of one of the in the Olight Baton series. I'm not sure what this would be compared to, but I don't have Olights, but I know they're very good. I know a lot of people who have them, and they have zero problems pretty much. So 920 lumens on this. I got the whole recharge kit and everything, and it's freaking amazing. It was, just like a little over like what, 20 some dollars. I don't even know how you can even better that. It's probably the best value of the year, besides that survival vest or that fly fishing vest that I got for like $30. These two are like probably the top of the list. Very good value. Now, in terms of other lights, I got my, this is not the newest, but the second newest. This is the 35 lumen. So bright. It just seems like it's brighter than 35 lumens. This is the Streamlight Micro Stream, and I really like this a lot. And I also have the new Gen 4, and this is the pin light here from also Streamlight. This is called the Stylus Pro for those who are new to Streamlight. 90 lumens, and so it has a momentary on, just like both of them, and constant on. And the thing about this, though, the clicker, tail clicky is very stiff. I almost never use it on the constant on. I'm always doing momentary, but it's so freaking bright for a pin light. And around the house, I still use my River Rock. I don't even know how old this thing is. It's freaking really gotten a lot of use out of it. Uses one AA battery at 45 lumens, and it does really well. So, and those are my lights. So that's just kind of what I'm using. I'm still using some of the, I think it's called the Saber Red pepper spray. It's kind of big and bulky, so this typically stays in like my everyday carry bag. But every once in a while, if I'm wearing cargo pants or a jacket, I just throw this in there. It's a nice non-lethal type of option, so I don't have to just go to my my firearm. I'm still using this like Kydex sheath that I got off of Amazon. I think it was a couple months ago, maybe. And my Rigger LCP is still in there. This is the original one. It still has rust problems. I can't hardly keep the slide from rusting, and the barrel is fine. I don't know why the barrel doesn't rust, but it's just the slide's like a really hard thing to keep it from not rusting. And I put all kind of oils, I polish it, and the polishing does kind of keep it from rusting pretty good, but I can't polish it like every month. But maybe I need to do that. I just have to sit down and do it. But it's a real pain in the rear. So I don't know. I'm not liking it. It shoots like, it's great. It's perfect for shooting and stuff. It's just, I'm so tempted to go and get a Car CW 380 or something like that. I mean, if Ruger doesn't come out with a stainless version of the LCP2, I'm going to probably go to Car. Okay, so now tactical pins. I don't really use these at all. I just brought them out to show you that these are in my bags and stuff, but they don't get carried. And so this is you've seen this one. This came out in 2016, the Gen 2, Smith & Wesson, military and police, M&P 2, Gen 2. That makes any sense. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. It's late. But yeah, the Smith & Wesson M&P Gen 2. tactical pen, and it's okay. It's kind of a blunt tip. It's maybe for pressure points. If you really want to have something that really has a good tip that could really be devastating, the KZ line, made in USA from Bowtac Tactical, would probably be the better option. These are much high quality, and they have a lot of different new variations. I don't even know if this one's even made anymore, but they have some I saw on their web just recently that are very similar, but they do change out inventory. What about wallet real quick? I'm still sporting the Maxpedition Micro wallet. So the layout inside, though, I totally changed out where I put the cards and things. I put extra stuff in there to create a little bit more bulk, just so the cards don't slide around. There's actually a lot of room in those slots. And on the back here, I figured that since about 95% of the time that I use my wallet is just to pull out my credit card, I put my credit card in the slip pocket, and then I take this this very thin little Ranger band type deal that I just cut off of an inner tube and just use it all as a retention device. And so it's all very good to go. Okay, so my Maxpedition Micro Pocket Organizer in the khaki. It's doing really good. I just find myself not carrying it very much anymore. Once again, it's just a little bit thick, and it fits in the pocket okay, but it still has that bulk that I kind of find excuses not to use. And so it gets either left at home or put it into an EDC bag. That's just to be honest with you. So this is how it looks right now. It's a little bit different than I started. I think I might have 4 or 5 changes since I started trying to carry this. But this is the recent rendition. There's like 2 different types of bags. There's a garbage bag and a clear transparent bag in there. A lighter here, a little mini Bic, and then I have a Cadet from Victorinox, spare battery, 2 safety pins, an Aqua Mirror, a little straw filter straw deal, and this is a through night. I think this is titanium. I can't remember. I have so many of them. It's either stainless steel or titanium. A little keychain light with a little lobster claw, and then I have a pen in there, and I think there's a few more things as well in there. What else do I have? Let me see. Oh yeah, I got a pencil in there too, and a pen, and then a notepad with some band-aids in there, and some tape, and some cash, and an emergency phone contact list, just stuff like that. So that's in there, and once again, it's just kind of gotten to the point that I don't know. I guess I need a smaller version than the Micro, which they don't make. So I almost need something that's about the size of my wallet, but just like, an inch thick. And that would probably be what I'd actually really carry. And I don't know why that is, why I want smaller and smaller, but that's just what I want. What about Paracord bracelets? I don't typically wear this anymore, these kind of things, bright things. I don't. I have a couple more really low-key versions that I wear, but I don't know. The whole Paracord bracelet, wristband, wrist armor, all that, it's okay. I mean, it definitely serves a purpose and can be deployed if you needed to, but unless I'm actually going on a hike and I'm going away from home in like a dense jungled area or wooded area, whatever you call it, then I'm not going to probably put that on there. To me, it's, I just don't really wear it unless I, have a reason. Okay, so let's talk about tools, cutting tools. In terms of multi-tools, I just don't carry a full-size multi-tool, as you know. So, I mean, I have a whole collection really of multi-tools in terms of this kind of multi-tool, like a Swiss Army, Victorinox, and Winger. And so I bounce around. I just grabbed this one. This was the one I was using today. So I can just slip this in a pocket and I'm good to go. And in terms of actually like just cutting tools, for a defensive blade, I have several, one fixed blade and stuff, but I don't hardly ever carry it anymore. And that's that Gerber, I think it's called a Ghost Strike. I just don't carry it anymore. It's in my loadout bag, but I just don't carry it. And so this is a fully serrated Spyderco Salt 1, and I do carry this, and I do like it a lot. And so, so lightweight, and I think that's one of the only reasons I do carry it. So, lesson learned there. And you'll see a theme here that these are not over 3 ounces. And the one that is 3 ounces, the Kershaw Shuffle 2, I just stopped carrying it. It's just too heavy, especially in my lighter clothing. It's not heavy, relatively speaking, at all. But when you have a 2 ounce knife or a 1 ounce knife, that's one that I'm actually leaving out, was the The mini dozer is 1 ounce, and I really like that a lot. It seems there's a big contrast between 1 or 2 ounces versus 3. I mean, I can really feel a difference. Now, in my hand, it's super lightweight, and it's kind of a joke to even bring it up. But I'm just saying, if you're carrying it with you all day, you want to kind of actually forget that you have it on it. You don't want something bounce on your leg or pulling on your clothes. And actually, this one does a little bit. So it might just be that I wear a lot of very lightweight clothing, and it affects the feel of the clothing on my person. Now, I do like this, but I think it's just because of the teardrop or the bird hole, whatever. I just don't like how it looks. And it's a good knife, though. It really is. I get hung up on looks sometimes, just being honest with you. So I prefer the actual Spidey hole. And so that's where we're going to kind of fall into, is that this one right here is from an actual collector, or I guess a person that was involved in part of the collecting club, this Paracord collecting club. And I'm not sure if you can see this on the blade. I apologize for the lighting. It's kind of dark in here. This is going to be from collector number 015. This is a variant of the Delica 4 in the full flat ground. This was before they actually came out and they standardized this particular gray. So this was a variant. This is like one of the earliest variants. It was just for collector clubs only. And so I was able to secure this. And it's very cool. I do like that. And I do like the Emerson Wave. This is a Delica 4 too, very early one of the first ones that they came out with, the Delica Wave. And it's like this blue. I don't know what kind of blue this is. It's like a kind of like a British blue, like a British racing blue maybe. I can't remember how they even described it, but I really like this knife, and I really love the wave feature even more than the full flat ground, because you can see here this is a saber ground, and I really like the saber ground. I like them both. I like the full flat ground too, but they just both have a different feel to it, but they're both good. Now, in terms of the K-Bar dozer, it's still awesome. I'm disliking this small, kind of smooth thumb stud. I'm starting to have problems, and I'm putting this in my EDC bag more and forgetting to carry it, because I'm slipping up on it. I have to really be purposeful and think about flipping it open, and I hate that. Now, the other type of dozer here by K-Bar has this kind of an oval, and I can kind of, just by touch, without looking at it, I can bury my thumb and get enough meat of my thumb in there to launch it open. And so I don't really have a slippage problem on that. As much as I love this design, I mean, I still think this is one of my most favorite designs. The more I've carried this over the last year or so, 2 years, I can't remember, a couple of years probably, that the handles do kind of have a cheap feel to them and look. Now, I'm not going to lie. Of course, this is only like an $18 to $20 knife on Amazon, so what do you expect? But if they brought some of the texturing down on the bottom here, and also jumped top here of the this fiberglass reinforced nylon handle, but it's not actually cheap plastic or nothing. It's nice. It's like FRN basically. And if they made this jimping a little bit more aggressive, and they actually did something to make this thumb stud a little bit larger and a little more textured, it would be a win-win. But I think ideally, though, if they just got rid of the thumb stud and they did this, what they built the ramp up, and like this one has no jimping at all. It's just smooth, and I don't like that at all. But if they made like a variant like this, where they had an actual ramp that was jimped, and they actually made a circle, I mean, not to copy Spyderco, but yeah, I mean, a hole or a circle is a circle. So I think it's still, to me, this the most optimum way to deploy a knife. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's my preferred way. And to have this in a circle, and I think that would be like freaking amazing. I would actually collect that knife in every color that came out, even if it was pink. I don't know if I would ever tell anybody, but I would just collect the whole thing, just because I think it would be awesome. Sometimes, I mean, I don't personally like collect that much besides some Victorinox knives now, but it's hard to get that perfect knife. And even though I'm saying what I'm saying now, it wouldn't be surprising if I changed my tone a year from now. I was like, well, instead of a spider hole there, maybe it should be a 5-pointed star. You never know what I'm going to say. So, yeah, it's still good though. I mean, knives are knives. So This is my take on all this. Thanks for hanging in there. The video got a little bit longer than I wanted to. This is just kind of in a nutshell some of the things that I carry and right now that have come through the vortex of change, if you will, through 2016. And 2017 will continue to try to upgrade and figure things out even further. If you wouldn't mind, maybe share a little bit about some of the things that you carry. Maybe like, what is your EDC knife that you carry? What is your light? What kind of wallet do you carry? What kind of gun, if you carry a gun, or if you even care to tell, do you carry a tactical pen or pencil? Or what about like a paracord fob or a bracelet? Do you carry an organizer? I don't know if I said light or not. Once again, it's really late. I'm sorry. I get super tired. When I get tired, my mind just starts to go. But what do you carry? What do you put in your pockets daily? And are you consistent? Because I know that for me, it's sometimes just like easy to get out of the habit of throwing things in a pocket. And so if I don't do it early in the morning, it's kind of hard to remember to put things in there. So thanks for all the support. If I don't hear from you or talk to you before New Year's, you guys have a great New Year. Don't drink too much, and don't burn down the house with fireworks either. So you guys take care.